we go. Listen to that beautiful voice, a voice of an angel. Elin Carlson, she loves to sing. A professional career, spans the gamut from opera to classical to jazz to pop and film and television scores like Star Trek and Glee. But Elin's golden throat even now being preserved for posterity in her debut album, And What of Love. But after the curtain comes down and the music stops playing, Elin has an altogether different pursuit. She is a master player in the national, even worldwide craze. We are talking about geocaching. Have you heard about this?
Okay.
Geocaching is really an outdoor treasure hunt. They don't have treasure maps here. They use the GPS devices like we use when we're driving to try to get directions where we're going. And in geocaching, players seek out hidden sites for the simple thrill of the hunt. And it's not so much the prizes or even the trinkets that they're going after, but rather they want the bragging rights. And when you achieve the recognition as the third best geocacher in the entire world, yeah, that is something to brag about. So we're happy to say hi to Elin herself. Elin, good to see you. Quick, you could do these Star Trek?
Sure. That's on the HD versions of the original.
That's great.
Yes.
Okay, so don't be mad at me now, but you've been blessed with this great talent. Listen to that voice.
Thank you.
And you're mixed up with geocaching.
Oh, I'm all mixed up in it, yes.
How did that come about?
Well, actually, my uncle started me on this. I have to blame him because he took me on a geocache, and I really enjoyed the hunt and the adventure. And there are so many ways to go geocaching. You can take a hike, you can take a drive, you can go into a parking lot, you can solve a puzzle, you can do multiple things with it.
And I was going to say, this is one of the GPS devices here. So you use this kind of thing, and it kind of tracks the area. You can see it there. And there's clues that lead you to certain locations. That's like here.
Sometimes there are clues. Sometimes you're on your own to try to figure out what you're trying to find.
And then what do you find when you get there?
It can be any kind of container, from something very large to something very small to something that looks like it belongs there, like an electrical object that's fake.
Okay.
Typically, it's something like this, which is a little.
Yeah, you have some. Right now, it's hidden away, right?
It's hidden away in the woods. Right. That's not what California looks like when you go geocaching, but usually we're desert. Lots of things in piles of rocks.
Okay, so then what do you find? Pile of rock or one of those little electric containers you were saying? So you find trinkets.
You find trinkets. You find a box with a logbook that has to have a logbook in it.
Okay, and that's what the log. It's like a little piece of paper, and you sign it.
And you sign it to kind of prove that you've been there.
That you've been there, and you leave your mark. And what about that's a logbook.
And it might find something like this. Yeah. And it might have something like this.
Okay.
This is trackable, so you can see where it travels around the world.
Okay, so then you would take that, but then you're supposed to leave a trinket behind.
You're supposed to leave something else. You can also find coins or toys or.
And it's a special coin that you've minted, right? Just that you leave.
I minted a coin with a few of us that says my caching name, which is EMC of Northridge, California.
Very, 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 very,
and
very
this
creative.
Is a collectible coin.
What is it? I guess what somebody say maybe you would find. I'm trying to think of more of the difficult places here in LA that you would find spots like this, because you got to make it hard to find these things. What's the hardest spots?
Sometimes the hardest spots are the ones that are out in the open, where you're trying to be subversive, so people don't see it and maybe steal it later.
Like for
trying to be. Perhaps you're trying to find something in a parking lot that's hidden in a lamppost, and that's the only thing that's there, and you can't figure out what it is. That's the challenge.
Tricky.
Or you can be on a really difficult hike that takes you a long way away, and you're trying to find something that's camouflaged to look like it belongs there.
And you can find these things. Wow, that's unbelievable.
Usually.
And you sing like that, right? You sing.
Yes, when I find them, I sing them.
All right, your website, real quick, we'll tell the folks.
My singing website is my name, elincarlson.com.
Okay. And you blog about all
my
the
blog, weekly blog, is emcofnorthridge.wordpress.
Why don't you sing us something? Can you sing us something as we go to break?
Do you want more Star Trek?
Yes, anything you want, yeah.